doing this for a while, you will start to get more in tune and into a rhythm of what you should be eating when. Hello Harmony Cultivators. Today I'm going to be talking about how we can manage our well-being through using food as our medicine in Chinese medicine. Now, the Chinese medicine diet or lifestyle is not a fad diet with tons of restrictions, making you feel uninspired with hardly anything you can cook, eat, or enjoy. Chinese medicine has been around for thousands of years and it's very dynamic in its use. However, I have broken it down to several key factors in determining what we should and shouldn't really be eating at a certain time. So one of the two main factors is your constitution. So your constitution can be determined on your current state of health, and you can always see a Chinese medicine practitioner near you to get a in-depth idea of exactly your constitution type. But generally, you can also determine this as well based on different health ailments you may be experiencing. Do you have inflammation, red rashes, constipation, dry skin? Then you likely have some type of yang or heating condition. When you have too much heat, or what we would consider inflammation in the West, in your body, you want to cool that down and bring yourself back to a balanced level. Not merely just adding more fuel to the fire, right? Things like swelling, sores, pus, or phlegm, then it's likely that you have a more damp condition. To seek balance with this, you would incorporate more drying or draining foods to counteract. If you have poor immunity, your extremities are always cold, paleness, then you may have a cold or a yin issue. So then you would want to eat warming types of foods that are not just physically in temperature warming, but actually are able to intrinsically cause more warmth in the body. So then also, dry conditions would need more moistening foods to lubricate and maintain flexibility. Very simply, we can start to organize foods to help us decide what is right for us. And there's kind of two aspects of the constitution. We have a general how our body always is, right? Basically kind of what we inherit from our parents, how our parents' health generally is, and then we also have kind of our own health that we maintain day to day, right? That we can also influence with food choices. And we can have different imbalances through the different seasons or different periods in our life. Now, the second factor is eating seasonal foods. One of the main aspects of Chinese medicine is living in harmony with your environment. And a huge part of our environment is not just the weather, but
what types of food are growing in that climate.
We really want to mirror or reflect these types of energies. So when we see everything blooming or growing, we want to eat what's in season for that to really help us maintain our health and well-being. Eating what's in season really helps to harmonize our body, and it should be generally a probably 50-50 factoring in our food choices day to day. So we want to consider, yes, our current condition or constitution of what kind of disharmonies we have, and generally how our body is operating, but also take into account of what season is it. Are we eating the foods that are appropriate for that timing? And another kind of small factor that I think also plays into what is in season is also, where are you? What kind of local cuisines do you have? So by eating what's in season, we really also want to be eating what's local to us, because what may be in season in a cold, northern, dry area is not what is in season or what is local to somewhere maybe that's in the south and very hot and humid. So we really want to eat according to our region. And by eating to our region, we are reflecting those more concentrated energies. So, if you're in Spain, you want to eat and drink like a Spaniard. If you're in Russia, Peru, Malaysia, eat that cuisine, eat those ingredients, eat those meals that are specific to that area. Generally, those are a good indication of what you should be eating, as those are specific ingredients or even combinations of ingredients for those climates and help cultivate harmony in those areas. But a huge point I want to make is don't get overwhelmed. You shouldn't be stressed around food choices or eating. Decide which area you want to help heal and focus on that. You don't need to overcomplicate things. Like I said, there's really two main factors into food choices in Chinese medicine. And as you start to understand, food energetics and which ones are cooling and which ones are warming, you'll be able to make better choices every day, and that really a little bit adds up over time. Good health and well-being isn't developed or cultivated overnight. It's those long-term everyday choices that we make that make a difference and can really impact us. Start with adding, maybe a few ingredients that week of food that has the energetic action that you need, whether it's warming, cooling, drying, or moistening. And then maybe limit some of the ones that are causing you to develop more of a disharmony. Once doing this for a while, you will start to get more in tune and into a rhythm of what you should be eating when. And you really start to realize that there's no good or bad foods. There's only good and bad times to eat certain foods. So really just making those food decisions wisely. So I hope that simplifies some of the Chinese medicine diet for you. Let me know below in the comments which aspects you find the most difficult or ones you find maybe more easier, and any tips and tricks that you've learned along the way. Thanks for watching.